Currencies on Animaljam in recent years have been kinda easy to get. With gems, it used to be as simple as going AFK on a claw machine. Well, until that got patched. My bad on that one, maybe. And with diamonds, set up your own personal storefront and let the cash flow bust right in. However easy it may be for gems and diamonds, there's some currencies in this game that are a bit harder to get and requiring hours of time and effort just to get some. So in this video, I'm going to be working towards becoming the richest player in this game. Kind of. Oh, wouldn't be a CAC video without some kind of bait in it, right? Now there's a few currencies that kind of go under the radar and are less popular, like tickets or some of the adventure exclusive currencies, but that's not really what I'm referring to. What I'm referring to is good old eco credits, a currency that released all the way back in 2020 and has been largely unpopular since its release, despite, believe it or not, being the actual last brand new feature added to Animaljam Classic. That is a actual fact. I wish I didn't know. Jokes aside, when this feature actually did come out, I praised it a lot and thought it was a pretty neat feature, even if Animaljam only added it for PR reasons. How it works is you get an eco item after a few days of logging in on a new account, and it'll generate eco credits, or in this case, the eco currency, which you can use to buy more eco items and boost your eco score. At first, there was only 2 eco items in the game, and Animaljam did support it a few months after the feature was added with some other items, but since then they haven't really added a whole lot. But ever since this feature was added, I always thought of how many eco credits can you really get? Since you need a lot of eco items to generate a lot of eco credits, there is a limit on how much you can actually generate in one den. You see, one eco wind turbine, which is the most efficient item for generating eco credits, gives you 10 per hour. And accounting in the fact of the den limits Animaljam has in place for den items, you can place up to 300 of these in a den, meaning the maximum credits you can generate an hour would be 3,000. And I'm sure you can all see where this is leading to. Pretty much in this video, I'm going to be trying to generate the most amount of eco credits possible, and I will be taking you along my journey of becoming an eco credit millionaire. And the reason why is, I don't know. I will get back to you on that. So I might have started this a little late, if you can tell by my balance in the top left already. That will be diminishing here in a second, by the way. But what nobody has ever done is tried to generate as much of this currency here, which is called eco credits. Nobody has tried to generate as much of them as possible. However, one drawback about this feature is you have to be logged in to claim the eco credits, pretty much. So as you can see here, I already have 120 of these in my den. I'll explain how I got them here in a second. I'm pretty much getting 1,200 eco credits per hour just by sitting here. However, this little gauge here is what is storing the eco credits. So you have to manually click these in order to actually get them in your balance in the top left. Now this fills up to 100. However, do not let that deceive you, as it goes a bit higher than that. I think it stores about 240 eco credits per full gauge, even though it does say 100. No matter how many turbines, like you could have one and get up to 240 just after a long period of time. However, having more turbines obviously will cause this to fill up more quickly. Now for the other items here that I didn't talk about, a lot of them are kind of useless in this little challenge I want to do. The solar panel actually generates half the amount in comparison to the turbine, so I'm kind of more focusing on the turbine here. You can see this only generates 5 in compared to 10 for the wind turbine, which is why I mainly prioritize collecting these. Now, as for why I'm collecting a bunch of these, why don't I just kind of let this sit from the ones I already have gathered and collect more? Because I want to obviously generate as much as I can and see how far you can really push this to its limits. Obviously, I have 22,000 credits right now. However, I can generate a lot more with a lot more turbines. We're just gonna kind of click on by and see how far we can actually push this credit threshold, because as you can see, I have 22k here and it's already looking like a little bit full here. I want to see what happens if I get to 6 digits essentially. But to start us off here, I'm just gonna buy these turbines here with the credits I already have and then place them in the den so we can get a little bit more going in. There we go, we have this beautiful monstrosity. I just placed them all like relatively on the same spot just to try reduce lag, because within like a few minutes this den is going to be extremely laggy. So we have 127 now, and now my plan going forward is I'm pretty much just going to hop on an alt account, trade away relatively good items like clothing betas to try get more of these. I rather get rid of the clothing betas I've had over the years that I'm not doing anything with in order to get something I actually would want, which is the turbines, which you can get for free, as I said. So, it's a win-win for everybody. And then on the side, we'll just be kind of plugging away on this and getting more credits as well. So my den inventory now holds 83 items. However, that isn't just 83 wind turbines. As you can see, there's some people traded me some solar panels, which, I'll still take. Some people traded me these, which are kind of useless in this little challenge I'm doing. So I'm just going to ignore those. Someone also traded me a plushie randomly. So I was like, okay, I'll accept that. Surprisingly, most people were pretty nice with how many they were trading. Obviously, there was a large commodity that were just trading one per, which, that's fine. That's what I want anyway. There were some people that were trading 3 each, which was pretty nice. Some people were trading upwards of 8 to 9 each, which was extremely generous. And, we will take that after all. So right now I have 127 wind turbines and 7 solar panels. And we generated about 15k eco credits throughout the day when I was doing this on and off. So I'll just spend the rest of them here, which gives me about 5 of them, right? Yeah. So I guess we'll just start placing them all down in another stack again. Now we have 198, so we're just about 200, and we have 19 solar panels, but already 18. I think I'm gaining 1 eco credit every 0.3 seconds, it seems like, if I'm doing the math correctly anyway. But we're a little way over half pretty much for actual ultimate maximum efficiency with these items in order to grind the maximum amount of eco credits that is possible. But over the next few days I've followed, I would on and off trade more clothing betas out for some wind turbines to add to the den, and also slowly but surely keep collecting eco credits throughout the grind. But in between the off times when I wasn't trading, I was putting more of these in the den, making it more efficient and getting us closer to the 1 million goal of the eco credits. Okay, a few days have passed. I've kind of rearranged some things, and I've also got more turbines. Yes, the gameplay you are seeing right now is live time footage. This is how laggy my den is right now. So I currently have 280 turbines. I don't know when the last time I updated this was and how much it was. Still have 19 of the panels though. But now we are at a point where I have 7 more turbines here. But if I place this one, my den is now full. So we are finally at a point where we can start removing the solar panels, which I figured I'd update at the very least. We are slowly getting closer to the 300 mark. I'd say probably tomorrow, if I just kind of consistently collect these for the rest of the day, I will finally have all of the 300 turbines and can finally go into overdrive mode and collect as much as possible. So we're at 2,935 eco credits per hour right now. And you can see this is getting one almost every second or half a second. It's pretty good. And not only that, that's a 25 there, but if you noticed in the top left, it gave me way more than 25. I think it's giving me 3 per 1, which is kind of weird. I don't know why they do it this way, but I also don't think Animaljam probably intended somebody to do this. So that's probably another case as well. We just need 13 more turbines, which I should get pretty quickly, but I'll update probably tomorrow when I have all 13 of them. Okay, I lied. I'm now at the end here. Figured I'd just pick this up at the very end because there's only so much editing I can do to make it seem interesting that I was clicking a button for several hours essentially. But I am now at 999,000 eco credits. This is going to be the 1 million mark. The frame rate is still abysmal, as you can see. So if we click into here, I do believe we'll still be a little bit under. Yep, we are still a little bit under, but just you wait. In a minute time, we will be at the 1 million mark. So give me 1 minute, actually. 999,990 eco credits. This is about as perfect I could get. I wish I could get 6 nines, but okay, hold on. Let me rephrase that. I wish all the digits could be nines. Is what I'm trying to say. But this is as best as we're gonna get it, because it's kind of random at this point how many this little gauge gives me with how laggy it is, and also with the 300 wind turbines in my den. So here we go. I'm clicking it, and here we have it. 1 million, and it definitely looks a little cursed, I will say that. Well, we achieved the goal of 1 million, and now I have an infinite supply of eco items if I really want it, and I have achieved the goal of making my eco credit displaying look like this, all cursed and whatever. Okay, how about I switch dens now so I can actually play the game? Well, I said I would get back to you guys on why I did this in the first place, and the answer to that is, let me get back to you on that one again. Big thank you to the members of the channel. They knew this video was coming ahead of time and even got a little bit of a sneak peek at it too, huh? If you want to support me and the channel as a whole, maybe hit the join button down below. You get some extra perks as well as your name featured here at the end of the video. Yep, that will conclude us for this kind of eventful silly video. Got some more videos on the way, a few big projects in the works still too. Feel like I end every video saying that nowadays, but you know, that's just the state of this channel. Whatever the case may be, I hope to see you guys there, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.